Are you ready for the best video on YouTube on how you can become an attractive person to solve all of life's problems? Get ready. This is the best video on how you can accomplish that. I have notes here, so I'm not missing anything. This is truly life-changing. One thing though, I do want to be clear on is if you just listen to this, you don't do anything different in your life, you don't apply any of this, your life will be the exact same. But on the flip side of things, if you truly listen to this, take notes, and apply it, boy, buckle up. Your life is going to start changing. You'll see the results pretty quick too. The big thing about what I'm going to share is you need to know your true identity. That is a must. 99% of people have no idea what their true identity is. They'll just say answers that they've heard or that they think is their true identity, but when you get down to it, they don't know who their true identity is. Your true identity, simply put, is whatever you put after I am in different aspects of your life. Everyone has many different aspects of their life, whether it's your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health, your financial health, your relationships, your work. I am is your identity. It's how you know yourself. Your I ams, your identity, they are so important because it's who you truly are and how you know yourself. So in a nutshell, I ams are very, very important. Your identity is very, very important because it's how the heck you know who you are. I'm going to go over my I ams that I have for different aspects of my life. You're more than welcome to use them, but I encourage you to think of the I ams that you want, because literally, when you come back to your I ams, that's who you're going to eventually become. So make sure it's someone who you want to become. Everything else I go over are just tools to get you back to your identity. So for a mental aspect of my life, I am love, I am happiness, I am perfection, I am greatness. For my physical part of my life, every day I am getting healthier and healthier and stronger. For the spiritual part of my life, I am a source from my Heavenly Father. You could be a source from the higher power, from whoever you want. Just know, whatever it is for you, it will always prove you right. I think of it like basically you have a genie inside of you. Whatever you say, you're right. And it will prove to you that you're right. If that doesn't make sense, it will with other videos that I post. But just know, whatever you say, whatever you think, life's going to show more and more of that to you, and it's going to prove you right, whether it's a good thing or whether it's a bad thing. Financially is I'm a magnet to more wealth every day, and I always have more than enough. With my relationship aspect, it is I am a desired person and I attract desired relationships. For work, it is I am the best to ever do it, and I am an asset that increases daily. After any of my I ams, it's very important to give gratitude or give thanks. So after my I am is I am love, I am happiness, I am perfection, I am greatness. Thank you. And just know you are all those things too. That's step one is you got to know your identity. You have to know your I ams. That is a must. That is a must to become an attractive person and to overcome all life's problems. To know your identity. The next point is to know now only exists. There is only now. I'm going to explain this more because at first this did not make sense to me. Now is only exists. Now is the only thing that exists. The past is already done. The future is unknown. Past and future, they don't matter. Now is only what exists. Your awareness and your consciousness, both of those allow you to live in your now. Your awareness and your consciousness both allow you to live in your now. Your ego does not want you to live in your now. Your ego wants you to live in your past, or it wants you to live in your future. So it's very important that you live in the now and you ignore the ego. And the reason why that's so important is when you live in the now, you're able to experience your emotions fully. When you do not live in the now, when you're living partly in the now, partly in the past, partly in the future, it makes it so you don't experience your emotions fully. Your emotions are key. So, first step, know your identity, know your I ams. Second step, know now only exist. Now only exist. Third thing, so important, it's your awareness. Whatever you put your awareness on grows, good or bad in your life. If you're putting your awareness and your attention on problems, your problems are going to grow. Life is going to show you more problems. If you're putting your attention on all the good things, that you always have more than enough, that you're blessed, that you're abundant, that you're successful, life is going to show you more abundance. It's going to show you more success. It's going to prove to you that you always have more than enough. Your awareness is what makes your reality exist. Think about it. If you had zero awareness, you'd have no idea that your reality exists. Anything about it, it'd be blank. The cool thing is we have the capability on where we want to put our awareness. Just remember, wherever you put your awareness, that's going to grow. And know 24/7, all during the day, you are putting your awareness somewhere. So it's very important to consciously put your awareness on things that you want to grow. A lot of people do it unconsciously. They're watching the news. They're watching negative things. They're on social media watching negative things. All that stuff's going to grow in their life. You got to be the creator. You got to be conscious on where you're putting your attention. Hopefully that awareness makes sense. Whatever you put it on, it's going to grow. Consciously, you choose where you want to put your awareness or your attention. And remember, you're putting it somewhere 24/7, so you might as well choose the things that you want so those things grow. That's key. The last concept I want to talk about is the difference between your 3D and your 4D world. Your 3D world is, if you've never heard of your 3D or 4D world, that's okay. I'll explain more of it in my videos. But simply put, your 3D world is a world that you experience with your senses. Anything that you could see, hear, smell, taste, or touch, all that is your 3D world. Guess what? Most people live in their 3D world. They have really no idea that you could live in your 4D world. Your 4D world, simply put, is your imagination. It's the world that allows you to create. It's the world that allows you to be a creator. It's the world that allows humans to be unique. That's why humans can invent spaceships, cars. All other animals, they live in the 3D world. They live with their senses. Dogs, cats, whatever. You don't see them creating spaceships, cars, anything like that, because they're not really creators. Humans, we're creators. We do that by living in our 4D world. We are creators. I am a creator. You are a creator. We do that by our imagination, living in our imagination. You want that to be your reality, because whatever's going on in your 4D world, it reflects to you in your 3D world. Let that sink in. Whatever's going on in your 4D world, it's a delayed reaction in your 3D world. We are literally just a reflection. So our 3D world reflects to us what's going on in our 4D world. What you think and what you feel in your 4D world gets reflected back to you in your 3D world. So whatever you're thinking and what you're feeling, others are thinking and feeling the same thing about you. If you think you're successful, if you think you're confident, if you think you're the best, and that's how you feel, others are going to think and feel the same way about you. If you think you're inadequate, if you think you're not confident, others are going to feel the exact same way and think the exact same way about you. That's why it's so important, I'm going to go back to it, that you know your I ams, that you know your identity. You always can go back to your identity. If your 3D world shows you something that's not in alignment with your identity, you go back to your 4D world and you say, for example, if something in your 3D world shows, you put your awareness that it's showing that you're not abundant, that you're not successful, you go back to your 4D world and you say, I am abundant, I am successful. So you want to deny what your 3D world's showing you. You want to choose who you want to be. You do that by your I ams, by your identity. And then that's what you're going to have. Because remember, your 3D world is simply just a reflection of your 4D world. You want to give good meaning to everything. Because remember, what you put your awareness on, it grows. If something in your 3D world is reflecting something to you that's not in alignment with your 4D world, you want to find the positive in that and you want to focus on that. An example is if in your 4D world, if you see yourself as an attractive person, and in your 3D world, someone tells you you are not attractive, you're ugly, instead of focusing on your 3D world that they said that to you, you go back to your 4D world, because remember, what you focus on, where your attention is, grows. You tell yourself, I am attractive, I am the best, that's who I am. And that's going to grow. You're going to be more attractive, you're going to be more successful. In a nutshell, never let your 4D world surrender to your 3D world. Do not give your identity, your I ams, to the 3D world. Those are you. That's what makes up you. Eventually, what's going on in your 4D world is going to reflect in your 3D world. Know your I ams. Know who you are. Know your greatness. Know that you're perfection. Know that every day you're getting better and better. You always have more than enough. You're a magnet to success. You're filled with love. You show love to others. Others show love to you. Once you know your I ams, you always go back to your I ams, because that's what's going on in your 4D world. And remember, your 3D world is going to reflect it to you. Literally, this stuff's life-changing. Know who you are. Know who you are.